Are we back? Are we back? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you can hear me, say ah. Are we so back? We're here. We're back. Can you hear me? I have returned. Oh, you're saying ah. Ah! Good. Okay, we're back. Let's get on with it. It's like nothing ever happened, right? Again, best chat in the world. You guys, you just come back. Every stream, we've got a little hiccup, and you're like, we're used to this. We're professional Noctis watchers. We know we've got to restart at least once a stream. That's how it goes. Comcast, look what you made me do. I thought I went fully deaf for a second there. Yeah. The best part is, like, I keep speaking, and every time I'm like, every time it's like, you guys. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to go down this way first. Every time I feel like I'm losing my mind because nobody's responding, right? Is this where there's a will? Yeah. There we go. Okay. I don't even know. Maybe it's Comcast. Maybe it's Karma. I don't know. Karma, another good Taylor Swift song, right? Karma is the guy from the Chiefs coming right home to me or whatever. Yeah. I don't know the real world words, but I know that one. Where is he? Oh, he's in this little room. Okay. It's always Comcast. Comcast used to be Mad Love. Now they're Bad Blood.
My lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father.
Yes, I have it here.
A letter from Father.
If you would do us the honor, my lord.
All right, Kurai. Oh, from Father. So this is an important quest. We'll actually read this one. It says, I know that I ask... Excuse me, I'll try it in a British accent. I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. Yet even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the blight still looms. Only with all Rosaria, striving as one might, we at last overcome it. I have made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way. It shall likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for you both. Your father, Elwyn. Wasn't that beautiful?
An inheritance.
An inheritance, Clive.
It would seem the late Archduke...
It is like he's with
penned
us.
this missive shortly before his passing.
I feel like we really channeled him
Before
together.
we left for Phoenix Gate. What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, your grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the burning quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those...
Sean
stricken
Bean
by
would
the
have been a
curse.
perfect live-action
The
Elwyn,
founding of a new
but Sean Bean
university
played Regis in Final Fantasy
the
XV,
development of non-magic
or in
technologies,
the Kingsglaive
with the
movie.
blight spreading ever more widely across the twins.
So you can't do it twice,
Archduke
right?
Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
You wish to see men and bearers treated as equals? To see
We are
centuries
never
of common
ever
wisdom
getting back
overcome.
together.
Nor
Benedict
one day he
uses
did not
for
make it achievable within his lifetime.
I love
But
that.
he thought it achievable nonetheless.
Can never have too much bean. You're right.
He would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides.
Most
Those
faithful
who would have
aides.
stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
It is true that those most loyal to your father
No more
were the first
and
to
yet,
suffer the
he
Duchess's
did it.
But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to
I did not
His Grace's will,
realize
and
how
arranging
much
a meeting with the
talking
one
was
who might
involved in the side
execute it.
quests. When you do them consecutively like this, it's not the way to do it,
And
but
where is this woman?
there's so much.
She awaits you in the archive, your grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
We shall. There's so much talking. It is fine the first time around. The second time around is like, hoo boy. Hoo boy. Hey, Joshua.
Bearer of the burning quill is within me.
I thought I was talking to Joshua, but he was just standing on top of that guy.
Here's the scraps you're after.
He's the scraps you're after. Hang on, where is this person? Oh, she's over there. I really need to... Cause you know we got bad blood. And if it involves Gav. Love Gav. Ah, here she is.
My lord.
I'm the problem, it's
Your
me.
Grace.
Who would be the anti-hero?
I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha.
I would give
retainer
everything
of
for
House
Gav.
Rosfield,
Gav's
loyal
awesome.
servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady.
Perhaps you could
Barnabas,
explain
I'm
that
the
to me.
problem, it's me.
What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming.
I think
of age.
all of the characters in some way represent,
Our father often
The
spoke of
Reputation
day when our
era.
time would come.
but I really like it
How
for
do you wish to
Dion.
see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I
Annabella is the problem. It
matching
is her,
armbands
yes.
For you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
She went out with a bang,
It
didn't she?
saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress, but with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed.
What are the biggest questions I have right now? What do you mean,
You are
Ruby?
grown men now,
And
and his house is yours.
I feel like I've got more
Not
clarity
presume to
than
insist
questions at
upon
this
your
point.
claiming the Heartstone in his stead.
But I think that
I
the
know
big
that
takeaway
nothing
from this game,
would please
I mean, I'm going to talk about the
but
big
for you
takeaway
to
from this
do
game
so.
once we get to the ending on
Thank you.
Tuesday.
Lady Goditha.
What say you?
But I do think, like we talked about last stream, there is an
Of
interesting
course, my lady. May our father's will be
connection
done.
between Muthos and
I am
Logos,
much
the stories that we hold dear,
Where we might
and
find this
the
Heartstone?
pathways for logic and reason and will
Though it may be a
that
matter of
we,
a good deal more than simply happening
that we
upon
talk,
it.
that
It
we
is
talk
found
about.
in the bellies of elder griffins.
I felt so
you
cheated
see.
by her death.
We
I
do at
wanted to
least
kill her with
know
it.
where to find
Honestly,
it.
lady, I
A certain
experienced that
specimen has made
same
its nest in Titan's
sentiment.
wake, not far
I
from
don't
here.
find myself to be a
Certain
particularly
specimen.
wrathful, vengeful
You are
person, but
most perceptive, Your Grace.
I felt cheated too.
In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast. your
Yeah,
father
that would have been an
slay.
interesting take on the
I've
final
been tracking
boss.
its
Yeah,
movements
I was
since
expecting
you
it
were but a boy.
early on.
Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of
She
House
did.
Rosfield?
No, Clive would have never killed Annabelle. Ruby, I agree with
say you,
that.
Joshua?
She would have had to have become some kind of inhuman monster, like have a full transformation. I know that she is monstrous, but she would have had to really be something that's not
But we must not be hasty.
his
The
mother.
lady has been disappointed once already.
And Joshua wouldn't either. Jill might have. Jill drew her sword on Annabelle, and I was like, oh, man. I mean, I think that Annabelle, like, I think that would have been an interesting take. Like, Clive and Joshua's loyalty to family, but then having to wrestle with that, and what pain would be involved. I think there could be a compelling story for her being like the final boss or an antagonist, but with the themes that this story is telling, I don't think that Annabella is the best choice, or Annabella is the best choice for that. So. But I do think that would have been an interesting take. But we do kind of get that story to some degree with Dion and his devotion to, his father and to his kingdom. And how do you reckon with that? Okay, let's ride. Fly, Ambrosia. Yeah. I think both of those things are accurate. You can feel cheated by the death, but you can also understand the death. And I think, oh my gosh, I went the wrong way. Woof! Dion killing his dad was so sad. Okay, turn immediate left.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Did I tell y'all the first time I played this game, I didn't fast travel at all? Looking back, it really wasn't to you. I mean, I don't think one interpretation is right or wrong. Yeah, but he still has a loyalty to his dad, and so it's less that he deserved to die, and even so, Dion has an immense conflict in himself about that whole thing. So, Samir. Oh.
There it is. For House Rossfield.
Lots happening in the chat here. I'm not hitting anybody. Yeah, I mean, I never really took it that his dad, like, physically beat him, but abused his power from the game. So the Ultimania makes it a little bit more explicit that he kind of beat him into submission when he was a kid, in order to kind of provoke that rage and not really warmongering, but that violent edge of him. It's sad, but at the same time, like, you can see the conflict in Dion. I mean, it's still his dad. He's got a love-hate relationship with him. Which honestly is pretty accurate for a lot of abusive situations, right? I mean, it's a bit more blunt with the dialogue. Yeah, fair. Firmly pushes Dion down to his knees with his cane. That to you at least implied some sort of abusive relationship. Yeah, and I mean, Yeah, I think that it's heavily implied, right? Weird mental block where you have this childlike loyalty that's unwavering. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly right. You have a disconnect where you reconcile. I gotta get out of this tornado. You have a disconnect, yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, no you don't. Yeah, you don't have to. Dadgummit, freaking chat. Sorry. That's not on you. I shouldn't have been reading. Ah! Ah! Okay, just talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna get through this. Esper, I am gonna blame you. No, it's my own fault. I'm the problem. It's me. Chat kills every time. It would not be a Noctis stream without number one, a disconnect, and number two, the gill minting thing while I'm running around here. Direct me to it. Yeah, shame on me for trying to interact. Okay, here we go. Get off this thing. Okay, we're done. We are so done. Joshua and Olivia, yeah. The treasure map. Ah, yeah, you're right. You're right. I should need. I do need to do that. Not that I need the gill, but whatever. A little crook in there, yeah. There we go. Santasukan. No, you don't. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, I almost wish that I had more than just 3 that I could use. Lightning rod, dancing steel thing? Talk to me about it. I may know it, I don't know what you're talking about though. Yeah, I've found that lightning rod is one of my absolute favorites to use. I love it. Boom. No worries. I have to grade a lot of papers. Typos are kind of expected. Look at him go. Yeah, Blind Justice should have been better. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We got him. If at first you don't succeed. Well, a Heartstone.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect, lady.
Back up here then. Oh my goodness, go back to the stone. There we go. Terrible typo Thursday. Lady Inquisition is here to confuse you. Okay, okay. Back upstairs. Hey, we got your stone, lady.
Oh, thank the founder you were
Find out why, then try again.
Goodness,
Yeah,
see,
don't just try repeatedly
Heartstone
banging
claimed.
your head against the wall. Find out why and try again. Smart dude, Esper.
Yes, this radiant luster like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it.
Just as your
Thank
father
you, my
described
lord.
it.
Your grace. Your father would
Miss
be
Frizzle
so
was the
proud.
goat.
Lady
Is that a Miss
Godotha,
Frizzle?
The lapidary is ready.
She had the best
Thank you,
dresses.
Cyril.
They were
I'll
always
be with him shortly.
related to whatever lesson she was
I
teaching.
shall have the stone cut and set forthwith.
Do, 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 dun, 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 dun. I loved some Magic School Bus. I always thought that was such a
armbands are
cool
complete.
idea.
Pray, take them. They are yours, after all.
Did we just
What
get
stone is
friendship
harder and
bracelets?
more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion.
Learn more from Miss
And the
Frizzle
graven
than
vines encircling the stone
Miss
represent
Frizzle
the
inspired me to
unbreakable
become a
bonds
teacher.
between
You're right.
you.
It's a message.
I don't have the drip that Miss Frizzle does, though.
Inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his
Magic
vision.
School Bus could be in my ear right now, and I'd never know. You're right. You're right.
Never be realized.
Every now and then when I have like a phantom itch or something, I'm like, maybe the Magic School Bus is getting us.
Only then might those enemies be
Hated the
overcome.
ginger kid. I'm sorry, Hoven. Brotherly friendship
His grace knew the
bracelets. Ugh.
enormity of the task he would entrust to
Is
you.
that the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result? Well, I think that's why what Esper said is important. Figure out why and then try again.
Lady Godotha,
We thought
remain the
Comcast was
steadfast
bad.
custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The
She didn't
Undying
explain what
reflected
was
that
happening,
father
just
died,
smiled while
also
some
claimed
terrifying
magical
things were
treasures
happening.
for her own, even if the armbands were incomplete.
Slightly
surely
more
must have
cartoony,
overlooked
Bill
them.
Nye.
So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault.
Keep of the vault.
Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes
For your future.
In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew
Hey,
she meant
people
to
that have
betray
gotten
us.
the
I tried to warn you,
the
but it was too late.
Ultima Weapon
When word of the fire reached
in this
Elizabeth,
game,
I knew
you
not
don't
to
have to do
shoot.
all of the side
So I
quests
took up
and
the
hunts,
armbands and I
right?
fled into the night.
I know you have to do all the blacksmith quests, but are there
My duty to
others
Your father was incomplete.
that you have to do?
Not knowing what else to do, I followed the griffin.
Okay.
thinking I might
Adjust
gain
all the
Heartstone
blacksmith
on its
blues.
passing.
Okay. Then
And
we
so
may
my pursuit
not do all
continued.
of the others. We may
Until
just
Lord
do
Cyril appeared before me.
Blacksmiths,
He informed me that
Jill,
Grace's will
Torgal,
had been recovered.
and Clive. 3
Her
orichalcum.
sons were
Okay.
alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for
You
your
might
well
need to do all the
service.
hunts, or
As
at
do
least
I.
most of the end games one. You have to do all the ones that give you the items needed to craft it.
Your
Okay.
Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
I usually don't like backseating, but in this case, I'll make a special exception. If you would like to help me out and help me figure out which side quests I need. Oh man, which side quests I need to do.
The bands
That'd be
suit you
rad.
well. It must be gratifying to finally receive
North
the
Reach
inheritance that
quest.
was denied you for so
The
long.
Isla hunt.
It
Okay.
is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit
I'd
me
love to
play
get
a
it
part
early.
in
That
the
way, if I
longer,
did a few side quests, then
might I suggest
I could
that
use
you
it.
make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff. Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
Am I not going to do all the
I
hunts
suppose
for
it
the
would be churlish
dragon?
not to. What do you say, Clive? Should we pay
What do you mean
Father
for
a
the
visit?
dragon?
I think we should.
I did all the hunts in
I was
normal
hoping to be able to
mode.
offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered
Yeah.
it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim
What do you
it,
mean all the hunts for the
for it
dragon,
too is
Lady
a part
Experiment?
of your inheritance.
Is that only in
Do
Final
not doubt
Fantasy
that
mode,
your
or is that normal
father would
mode
prefer it in your hands
too?
than perched upon some lonely
Because I did everything my first playthrough.
Thank you, Cyril.
Thank you, Cyril.
Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Did you say I phantom scratch and this bus is on you? Yeah. The dragon, the final hunt. He's like the hardest hunt. You need Everdark, Reforged, and Götterdämmerung. I have Götterdämmerung. Yeah. All right, if somebody could help me out here and get me all the ones that I need, that would be great. Should get Everdark from Barney. I think I have Everdark. I think I do. Let's look real quick. Can we sort these? Yeah. Is there an Everdark here? Maybe it's in that. I thought I had some. I have one orichalcum. I don't see Everdark. Is Everdark a weapon? Utterance of Creation, Everdark Reforged, Götterdämmerung Reforged. Okay, I don't have that one. Woof. Okay. So let me just do everything. That's what I'm hearing. You need the Super New Game Plus level of upgrading on them both. Everdark is the Odin sword. Okay, so maybe I have that one? Maybe? Gear. I've got Everdark Reforged. Okay. Everdark Reforged. I don't have Götterdämmerung Reforged, but then I have the Utterance of Creation. I think you need 3 orichalcum, but I could be wrong about that. Okay. I already have the Utterance, yeah.
No use calling Ambrosia now. Ambrosia won't help me here.
And what she might help you.
Not here.
Oh, I remember Svarog. Yeah, that was not the final hunt that I did in the original. or in my first run. It was a tough one. I think I was like severely underleveled for that one, but I enjoyed it. Do the blacksmith quests and basically be good. That'll upgrade to Norse Sword 2000. Nice. Then I need Flawless Dark Steel,
Time to fight.
Grim Reaper Hunt, and Usher of the Underworld Hunt. Okay. Okay. Cool. Is this the right way? Yes. Holy smokes. Eastla.
This might take a while.
Huh. That bird just kicked those boys. Get them. Okay, I see, I see. This is a lot of text, but that's okay. I was able to do the Behemoth, but I struggled with Svarog. Yeah, I did Svarog way before I did Behemoth. It was a fun fight. I think I was like literally 10 or 15 levels under Svarog. It was fun. It was challenging. But... Alright, here we go. And this is right up here to the right. Getting the map trophy, yeah. Okay. Ouroboros set. Or are we trying to get all the best gear? Atlas was the first death you had, yeah. Just for Ultima, that's what we're trying to do here.
This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so.
Oh, we're gonna do it.
Anyway.
I knew you were trouble when you walked in. That's this guy's song.
Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
The saddest blacksmith in the world.
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you asked so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan.
Thank you, Lady of the Rings.
Now let us
This is a group effort. This is our platinum, you guys.
Just.
Svarg was easy breezy cover girl. Wow. You got your salad tossed so hard. What a phrase. I knew you were.
Much obliged.
Taylor doesn't play about copyrights. The difference is she would hear me and she'd be like, that's not a threat to me. The ads keep breaking the stream for you? Ah, boo.
So this is Dravoshed.
I think that to make the swords reforged, though, you need some of the materials that come from a few of the hunts, like orichalcum, particularly.
To be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil.
For Gotterdammerung reforged, yeah. So those are the steps to make that sword. They make it glitch out for some reason. That's weird, Esper. I don't know.
Good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
Lady, I appreciate it. That's okay. But I like the creativity. Got my salad tossed. That's pretty good.
I appreciate it. He'll be near the forge on the hill.
I knew you were. Oh my gosh, I've got so many Taylor Swift songs in my head.
Forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be.
All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Make for Dravoshed. Oh, it's like over here. Okay.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
How are we gonna earn our keep? Do.
Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter.
Wouldn't melt butter.
Pardon the intrusion.
Okay, we're gonna kind of move through this because we're getting bogged down in story and not doing a lot. When I really just want to get the sword. Long story short, the blacksmiths are fighting. They're really upset with each other. Blacksmiths have a very fragile self-esteem and ego, I've learned. They had a really bad breakup.
Sorry.
But Everdark is what I already have, right? Oops, I went the wrong way. Oh, no, I didn't. Or did I? It's right back there. Yeah. I appreciate it, lady. So this stream,
Let me guess.
it is tagged with religion, mainly because we talk about philosophy of religion in a lot of this. But you are doing great, and we appreciate it. We do appreciate it. But at the same time, I'm not going to call anybody down or anything like that. So
At least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
similar to what we say with like when we're discussing religion, whether you are a follower of a particular religion or not, everybody kind of speak their minds here. So
The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps.
tartar sauce.
All of it. There are two
I'm
kinds of souls
edgy.
in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single
You hear
piece
that,
of
Sailor
gold
Mouth? We're
dust
doing
to get it
good.
just right. The other kind.
It's okay. This game has plenty of
People like Zoltan,
profanities for
whose
us.
work
So.
is quick and
Okay,
kind of
sorry,
specific,
Blackthorn.
would have to-
We get it.
Is-
It's got, you know what?
I'm sorry if this is your favorite quest line. We're just trying to get through it.
All right, this let rap one.
Cool.
I know, you'll do us.
I'm gonna help you guys.
Luck time.
I will kill some salamanders for you. All right, let's do it. Yeah, if most of you had not played through these already, I probably would be like, oh, we're going to do them all. But I've played through them. You've played through them. They're not really super pertinent to our lecture series. We're just kind of grinding and vibing tonight. That's where we are. They're dating after this. Hey, listen, we're here for it. I'm here for the headcanon lore, you know? Straight chilling. It's a vibe. This always reminds me of like the Lion King. Like the Serengeti. Saucy salamander salad. Ooh, I missed it. Hang on, I need to kill these things first. Get off this.
Be safe.
There you go. Be safe, Ambrosia.
Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet.
Come on, come on. All right, let's get her. Come on. We are not doing much damage at all here. Dang it! He's so fast! There we go. Now we're doing some stuff. Clive remains your favorite character in the game. Hey, listen, that's relatable. He's so good. There we go. Now we're doing some damage. Let's go. Yeah, we love Clive. We love him. Too slow. We all want some Gav in the DLC, don't we? Alright, one enemy slain. Now some salamander salad. That'd be fun.
This thing reeks.
Which way am I going?
The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
That looks like a salamander right there. Oh no, I gotta go with Dion. Love me some Dion. Come over here, come over here. That'll do. I completely understand that, Hoven. Well, y'all know how I feel about Dion. I love the guy. He inspired my very first cosplay, so of course. Ooh, what a epic moment that was. Wow. He's a good boy, but Gav is best boy. I like Gav. I do like Gav. Yeah. Yeah, nobody competes with Torgal. Yeah. Open that up. Come on. Ooh, some damage.
Nice try.
Actually, just give everyone DLC, right? Hit me again. Oh my gosh. Leave me alone. Episode Gav, Dion, Jill, Joshua, Benedicta. Well, if they follow Final Fantasy XV, they completely change the ending, so. The more DLCs you add.
I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of those.
Okay. Back to our friends, the Sadsmiths. And you're back! Welcome back, Kurai. How are you doing?
What's this all about then?
How are you doing?
Any trouble finding the skin?
Not at all. We are expert killers.
Right,
I always say. How are you doing? We didn't get the rest of the episodes for 15, thankfully. Listen, y'all will learn quickly. I'm not a fan of the book. When you have what I consider the best, one of the best endings in all of Final Fantasy, why would you change it?
What is it?
Pit coals.
Okay, we got some pit coals. We're gonna give them to Blackthorn. Thank you, friend. Episode RNA was cool. In the book, that was actually really cool. I liked it.
Well, he's for what?
See.
All right.
Okay, now, I think it's time to go back. Oh, got that one. Here, so that we can talk to sometimes alternate endings are nice. I don't like how it confuses canon, though, and that's the problem that I have. Like, I think the story they told was phenomenal. Anyway, well, I will get into that discussion next semester when we're doing our 15 streams.
Yeah, well...
Which are going to be amazing. Episode Ignis is great. It's great. And just wait till we get to that lecture stream. That lecture stream is going to freaking blow your mind. That one alone. Like, even if you watch nothing else, the episode Ignis lecture stream is going to absolutely mind melt you. It's going to, like, own you. I can't wait till we get to that one. The funny thing, I had already done my class and was mostly done with my dissertation by the time all the DLC came out. And I was so afraid that the DLC of 15 was going to just what I had prepared, but it only ended up reinforcing it. Just great stuff. Okay, let's... This is a very different stream than the normal ones we do. Dang, really hyping you up here. Listen, I'm telling you, it is going to be... It's going to blow your mind. It is, if these streams you've enjoyed these streams and the things we talked about, 15 is going to be out of this world for you. Not yet. I just wanted to go ahead and do this one really quick. I'm about to go do the Brothers quest right now. Yeah. Right there. No, I wouldn't say Gladio's the worst of the DLCs. I would probably reserve that for Comrades. I enjoyed Comrades, but I would say Comrades is the worst.
Save the world? Of course. We've overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know
That's
now.
sad.
What Mother was truly capable of.
The Star Scourge.
Would have helped.
Alright, let's kill some chocobos real quick, I guess. L3 to Burb. I liked Comrades. In fact, I give a pretty decent lecture on Comrades. But, you know, compared to the others, I would say that the story is not particularly amazing. It's okay. I had fun with it, but...
Run like the wind.
My worst day playing Final Fantasy XV is better than doing anything else, I'd say. But that's just maybe me. That's just how I feel about that game in general. Until the loading screens. Man, the loading screens were the final boss of that game, weren't they? Trying to kill Kenny Chicken. Oh, man. Kenny Crow. Oh, this is important. This is good.
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had
good choice,
someone
Esper.
else to do the fighting for me.
Yeah, lady, that's a good point. Ben had to record these lines 3 days after he gave his own father's eulogy.
He never lost heart. Never looked back. Never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. I I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
Hmm.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward.
Onward.
To the end.
To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Nice. I love that. Now let's go pick up Jill. If I remember right, this opens up Jill's thing. I did Jill's quest last, which means that she's not really a part of my group until the last party and the last quest. So that is a great quest. Oh, what am I doing? It also reminds me just kind of the ways that that people grieve and turn a death into legacy, which again goes into the themes of this. How do you cope with the realities of life and the grief of life and all that kind of stuff? So, oh, Blacksmith Blues Part 4, which we do need, so yeah. Yeah, I said last Christmas time I did, though her icon brought her much suffering, the loss of Shiva weighs heavy on her heart, and we would be poor friends indeed if we did not seek to lighten that burden. Yeah, so let's go help Jill.
If Joshua's worried about Jill,
how do I interact with
you?
you?
Go and speak with him.
During my Christmas streams last year, I was playing Crisis Core Reunion, and once you get to the part at the end with a major character death, we had a, oh, hang on, let's go talk to Joshua first. We had a pretty good discussion about life and death and grief, all of that kind of stuff. And one of the things a character says to another one is, you'll be my living legacy. And,
Joshua, I read your message.
Let's pause that for a sec.
You're right.
This is a great quest, so we'll actually watch this one.
I think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy?
The Duchy?
And I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
It
Crisis
seems
in
you
my
and Jill
core.
have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
Snow daisies. Do 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 do. Where is Man's Hill? Oh, right there. Got it. Lady Experiment. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh, what an emotional moment. That was like a perfect storm for you to play Crisis Core in. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Ooh, what am I doing? Wrong way. Wrong way. Wrong way. Wrong way. There we go. Oh no. Love Joshua. Yeah.
This is the place, but
I'm sorry, Clive.
there's no weapon spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking.
Keep looking.
Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Snow
Perhaps,
daisies.
but it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone at the backyard. To the hideaway, then.
So, what I was saying during Crisis Core, when we got to that iconic scene, one character tells another that you would be my living legacy. I shared a story about when I was, this was probably about 10 or so years ago.
Knows where to find snow daisies.
There's a guy, a dear friend of mine, who was diagnosed with terminal cancer. He was only given about 6 months to live. A friend of mine since I was about in 3rd grade or something like that. And he called me, and he and his wife, I had performed their funeral, their wedding actually, and they invited me to come over to their home to just have a discussion, chat about everything that was going on. And I remember he said to me, he said, I just want to know that it mattered and that they're going to be taken care of. He said, I've made peace with my own death, and I've made peace with life and all that kind of stuff, but I worry about my wife and I worry about my family, but I want to know that it mattered, that my life mattered for something. And I told him, he was the one, actually, this is kind of interesting. When I was in 2nd and 3rd grade, he's the one that invited me to church. And so he introduced me to religion for the first time. And at this point, I was in ministry. I was working on degrees and all this kind of stuff. And he said, I just don't know if I did enough in my life. Has it mattered? And I said to him, everything that I am and I do is because you kind of turned my trajectory toward these things. In fact, I do these streams now because he was in my 2nd grade class and I met him. And while he is gone now, I was able to perform his funeral. I had the honor of doing that. And I shared stories like this, but it always kind of reminds me every time I get up to speak or teach or even do streams like this where we talk about religion and life and meaning and all that kind of stuff, it always reminds me, like, because of him, I do this. And so that idea of life, death, and legacy that we see with Clive and Joshua with their dad, and with so many characters trying to make sense and redeeming pain, grief, heartache, and all that kind of stuff. It's just a really interesting reminder. It's a reminder to me that we can grieve, and that's an important part of things, but what do we do with that grief? And for me, I try to wrestle it into something good, into something redemptive, and something that I can pass on to others in a positive light. So anyway, yeah, Clive's discussion with his dad is just a really, really powerful reminder to me. See this story that you're telling, this is what makes your stream so wholesome. Oh man, thank you. I don't know, I just try to keep it real, you know. I try to share stories that we can all relate to, because none of us are exempt from death, you know. It affects us all. So if we can kind of share some of this universal storytelling. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for letting me. Thank you for letting me share.
The winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right.
One of the things that I like about these quests, Joshua, Clive, Joshua, Jill, and even Torgal.
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sembrak.
It's a question of what do we do when the world goes wrong, right? And what do we do to cheer each other up? I love how Clive and Joshua care for their friend Jill. And even though Clive and Jill are romantic, there's this concern at a human level. You know, how do we care for somebody who's feeling off? I remember the imam at my grandfather's funeral said that the funeral is more than for the living than for the dead. Yeah, and the dead would rather you go on and live rather than stay around crying. Right, that's a really important thing. Yeah, grieve, be sad, but also live. You know, that's a beautiful thing. Makes me think of the Clive quote, when standing over Sid's grave, life has a beginning and an end. Yeah, and even though it's painful, there is a beautiful way of embracing death, and a beautiful way of moving through grief. You know, I say this on my streams all the time, but I don't believe that the worst things are ever the last things. There's always the next thing, and it's up to us to often do that next right thing, you know, to use a Frozen reference, I guess. Yeah, there we go. We're going to go over to Northreach now. And I'm missing important words because of a minute of Jeff Goldblum. I feel you on that, always aggravating. That's a deep reference, Esper. That's a deep reference.
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks?
Caught the tail end of that at least.
Do you think he was the only one who survived?
A minute of Jeff Goldblum. Was that an ad? Is that what you're talking about? I don't understand the reference. Is he doing the ads?
Well, what do you think?
Oh goodness. Amazing. This stream sponsored by Jeff Goldblum. That's so funny. Oh my goodness, get out of this town. Was the most disgusting Old Spice commercial, but you couldn't look away. Everyone, I just have to remind you, if you have an Amazon Prime account, if you had an Amazon Prime account, you can link it to Twitch and use it to subscribe to this channel for free with your Twitch Prime, and that will help you escape the ads of Jeff Goldblum. That is that's my quick pitch. If you want less Jeff Goldblum, do more Amazon Twitch Prime. There we go. Want a break from the ads? Ah, I used it already, unfortunately. Then the Jeff Goldblum continues. And that's okay. No. I say that halfway in jest. Use your Twitch Prime and your sub money on other people for sure. But that is a way to avoid the ads if you want to do it. Life finds a way.
See, boy.
Okay. Oh no. I see things in the chat. I'm going to respond to them after this fight. If I make it through this fight, that is. Good grief. Dang it. Come on. Just like those ads find a way. Fork live. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. That is what we're talking about. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Love that attack. Love it, love it, love it. Woo! He's an angry bull. Okay, where are these ads? There they are. We have to protect the flowers. He was young too. Oh, okay. Hang on 1 second. Don't step on the flowers.
Farewell.
Farewell. Ba-ba-bam. Okay, let's go back to the chat for a minute. Pastor I grew up with passed away when you were in college in 2009. His death has impacted you really hard. He was such a good and wholesome guy. Passed away from cancer. He would say, God's got this. I couldn't believe the story ended there. But this death brought many to Christ. Hadn't had the same relationship with Christ since he passed. It's hard to go to church now. Yeah, grief does that, you know, especially when it's wrapped up in somebody that was so formative in our own religious and spiritual kind of development. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. I had my college mentor pass away, and that was a tough year.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on.
Let's go get Jill. Oh, about Final Fantasy Opera Omnis. Yeah, I saw that they were pulling the plug on that. A plant zaddy? Oh my gosh, Racy, why are you going to bring that energy into the stream? There was a sweet moment between Aerith, Noctis, and Luna. Oh.
Well, you and the skies.
Well, no spoilers about those games either, because we're going to play those. It's probably a good chance as any to say that after our 16 streams in 2 weeks, we are going to begin our December stream game, Final Fantasy VII Remake. We are going to do a lecture play series on Final Fantasy VII Remake as we prepare for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And this will be our between now and when we start our 15 streams. So it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna do a lecture play series, and I'll tell you, you'll look at 7 Remake differently. Let me stop here because this is important.
It's not here. Now I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
Let's go to Oriflamme, Jill. This is very sweet. So we're gonna just kind of chill and just watch. Just beautiful.
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling.
Torgal.
Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm.
Sweepy boy.
Do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you... that you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
It's good. No matter how terrible the night, dawn will always come, that you will always come for me.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
Heck yeah, let's define the relationship. Let's do this.
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
was much good at garlands. But it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure.
What a shot. Oh my gosh. You guys. Ugh. My heart grew 10 times right then.
We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
Yes, we will, Jill. Wasn't that a sweet side quest? Some of these side quests are really, really good. Then the blacksmith, you know, has therapy. But, just beautiful. We love that one. Precious. That was gorgeous. That was beautiful. So now Jill and Joshua are both with us. Life is full of highs and lows. You're right. Highs and lows. Clives and lows. Let's go to... let's do one more blacksmith quest. We'll do a couple of hunts. We'll do the Torgal quest. And we'll call that all that we need, because I want to get that weapon. That's the big thing, right? So we're gonna blaze through this guy, because it's like, oh no, the blacksmith is sad again. Like he's really upset. So it's like, oh no, you're the best, Blackthorn. We love you. So even in the darkness of blacksmith depression, the heartstring pulling quest will always come. Isn't that the truth? Let me feast on their tears. Oh no. Blackthorn, you're so the best. Like, nobody can make a sword like you can. You're so cool. This is not where you are. This is not where you are at all, is it? I don't know where you went. I should have probably listened. I didn't, though. He's in Dravazd. Okay, sorry, Blackthorn, but this apparently isn't about you. Where is Dravazd? There it is. Something's wrong with Blackthorn again. He's not been himself lately. I heard that he saw a breastplate that made him weep.
So Dravazd is still standing. For now, at least.
You can swing a hammer.
Yeah, I think Dravazd is having some Akashic problems. But now I've got a party again. We love that. We love having our full team here. So Shiva's tier 2 cold.
Clive,
You're here. We've got lots of bad guys out here, and we got to take care of them, Clive. Oh no, you're the guy that's going to take care of our Akashic? Sure am. That's what I do.
Blackthorn.
Listen, we may have enemies at the gates, but it's never a bad time for therapy. That's what I've learned. Because you know I got bad blood.
Our master.
Me and you, buddy.
Chieftain to the two of us.
Vulcan.
He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravazd. Barring himself, of course. Bloody
Vulcan, very famous blacksmith from Norse mythology, who would fire up weapons in a great volcano. Also, the great statue in the great city of Birmingham, Alabama. I'm not so salty. I'm just like, it's so sad. Now let's go kill something. Ugh. Vulcan, the Roman god of fire and forge. Yeah. MJ Gallagher and I were talking on Twitter the other day about about Vulcan. He made a quote or a post about this on Twitter, and then I commented with some pictures of Birmingham, Alabama, my hometown, and said, "Hey, here's some pictures of Vulcan. It was called the Iron City because of the forge for railroad making and materials. So kind of an interesting thing."
Oh, and Blackfoot.
Okay, let's go.
How close are they?
Let me kill things.
And there are more coming up.
Volcano, more like Volcano. You know what I'm saying?
They'll wash right over us.
Okay, let's kill some stuff. I'm tired of this. Too much feelings. I know you're not I know that this quest is really good, you guys. I feel so bad for not watching all of this, but time is of the essence. And I've also got to watch The Golden Bachelor tonight, you guys. Like, I got to watch a little bit of that. I got to see who Gary picks. And if you know, do not say it. Do not say it. Please don't spoil that for me. I'll be really sad. Oh my goodness. Golden Bachelor. Did I speak too much? Yeah, nobody tell me anything. Please don't tell me anything. The Golden Bachelor. You've heard of The Bachelor, right? Well, the Golden Bachelor is like Old Bachelor. Because they deserve love too, you see? Anyway, it's down to the last two women. Gary is like 73 years old. And he's dating like a 62-year-old. And I don't know. It's a show where very conventionally attractive people pretend to have romantic feelings that develop over a few weeks. Oh, listen, no, that's real. Their love is real. I believe in it. Silver foxes, I mean, I think that they're even beyond that kind of word. I mean, that's pretty old. But it sounds like something I am now surprised you watch. Are you kidding me? No way. I've been a Bachelor fan for years. For years. Me and my buddies used to have a Bachelor bracket where we would put some wagers on like who the girls or the guys would choose by the end. It was pretty fun. Our friend group used to like force us to watch it about 15 years ago and then turned into it. All the real ones hate. I used to work with senior citizens, and a resident I have knows one of the ladies on the show. Oh, shut up! That's awesome! That's like celebrity. I had a friend whose sorority sister was one of the Bachelor contestants. You love Teresa, you're not sorry. Listen, it is so wholesome. It's much more wholesome than the 20-something-year-olds doing their Bachelor thing. Like, I love theirs, but theirs is much more dramatic, whereas this is much more wholesome, I would say. Mom, brother, and you used to watch I Love New York, can't talk? Ah, come on. NFL Kathy was justified. Not gonna lie, it really is so much better. The people are mature. It's amazing what a few years of experience will do to people, right? Suddenly rejection isn't not a personal attack, it's just a compatibility thing. I need you to notice that I'm not doing terribly while talking about the Golden Bachelor with the chat. It's really just when we're talking about, like, religious things that I'd start doing terribly in the chat. Maybe this is my secret weapon. I'm in sync with chat. That's right. It's not disrupting my flow at all. Resident and her husband with a cousin to Bonnie and Clyde? What in the world? When I used to do a lot of work in nursing homes, I would have some amazing stories, but I wasn't really sure that any of them were telling the truth. I think it might have been a memory issue. Good evening, Dustman. What's up? Religion is hard. Reality TV is easy. I tell that to the women on The Golden Bachelor. They don't think it's easy. They think it's really hard to fall in love on camera. And I would probably agree with him. She has pictures showed you. Oh, that's awesome. Independent living. Nice.
Is that it?
Is that it? Oh, no.
Apparently not.
'Cause you know we got bad blood. And I know it's a chimera.
You're not getting past me.
Dun, 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 dun. How was the T-Swift movie? Well, it's turned into a T-Swift theme. Hey, Dustman, welcome to the chat, first of all. Second of all, if you could identify a Taylor Swift era for different characters in Final Fantasy XVI, who would you choose and what albums? What do you think best describes the Final Fantasy XVI cast from Taylor Swift's discography? That was the question of the night. Ow! It's a tough question. It's a tough question. I'm gonna have to post it on Twitter later, I think. Oh no, I missed! Get out of there, get out of there! So how you bet on the Golden Bachelor? My family bets on Survivor. Nice, nice. A blind pact? Yeah. Blind pick for 2 people. Whoever has the most. Yeah, that's awesome. Who knows? He might. I really think that Bad Blood might correspond with a lot of different characters in this game. When I post it on Twitter, you should all tag him and be like, I think it's this one. Tell Ben which era Clive is in. Odin! Alright, see you, lady. If we're offline by the time you get back, have a great weekend. We'll see you on Tuesday for the finale. Great song again. Honestly, not too familiar with her stuff, but I feel maybe when Clive was with Jill, he's in the We Belong Together era. That's a good, we haven't even talked about that one. Yes. That is great. Look at you. Dustman coming in hot. With a great suggestion. Not so unlikely. He seems to be doing all the silly little bits and stuff with the voice. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, no, 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 no. You only think of Mariah Carey? Ah. Oh, you think is Mariah Carey. We belong together. Is that Mariah Carey? I thought that she had... I thought Taylor Swift had one too. You Belong With Me. Yeah, yeah. For some reason, my brain defaulted to that one. Like that's this. I knew what song you meant, but even though I was singing Mariah Carey, yeah. You belong to me. Definitely, Tay-Tay. Nice, nice, nice. Shiva! Teardrops on my guitar for the Spoonie Bard. I love that. I love that one. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll make it a thread. A thread with my picks, personally. Look forward to it. It'll hype our ending stream on Tuesday. Okay, and the blacksmiths are healed. I like to think that the Chimera was the source of all the sadness. Poor Edgar. Oh no, it's so sad. Hey, sad smiths.
Sid.
I'm very fearsome. A fun in-game piece of dialogue from the Northreach Bard now. Oh, I did know that. Yeah. That's actually pretty good. He's got a good one. We're better together than apart, friend. I know we had bad blood, but it's water under the bridge. Why don't we join together and let's make some armor together. We're the best sword that ever lived. I'll share what I remember right after Jeff Goldblum. Thanks, friends. Back to the hideaway. We'll finish the Blackthorn quest. Okay, but what about the bartender at the Dalamil Inn? Oh, what do you think she is? That's a good question. I'm going to make a new... Jeff Goldblum is back. I'm going to make a new thread or channel in my Discord, and it's going to be your Taylor Swift Final Fantasy XVI eras.
The man himself. We were just about to make...
Okay, let's make a sword, guys. Let's make a sword.
You understand?
Yeah, you make this one, I'll make that one, and it's going to be beautiful. Listen to that. Power of Vulcan. The fires of a volcano. Sometime later. And we got a new weapon. It's the best weapon there ever was. Actually, I don't think this is the Götterdämmerung. I think it is Ragnarok, right? But I think you need it for Götterdämmerung. You figured out how to play footballs on your ocarina. That is awesome. No, we got the Götterdämmerung design draft. We love that. Age of Dominance. Okay, we love that. Yeah, it's the Ragnarok. And we got the recipe, which we need to make it, which we need to make the final weapon. Good grief. I got bad blood with these blacksmiths.
So what do I owe the honor?
I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. Is that a quest? Oh yeah, we're friends. Okay, no. Use the forge. I don't think we actually need the forge right now. So, let's equip the new weapon. Ragnarok. It's not even strong. It's not even strong enough. Defender +4 is stronger. How is that possible? That's really upsetting to me. Anyway. It's +4. Yeah, it is +4, I guess, but... Oh, man. The next generation taking up the reins. You figured it out by year? Oh, man. That's so cool. Okay, so now what are the little things that we got to do? The Isla quest. Or is it the Isla hunt? Wait, Isla's over here, right? Yeah. Is it the hunt over here? How many orichalcums do I need? Okay, where is the... I do need to go to Isla. Okay, let's talk to Blackthorn.
Trouble with your gear, or...
Record it for her sister. Oh man, I absolutely want to. Post it in the Discord, man. I'd love for us to hear that. That'd be awesome. Okay, there's Ultima Weapon. And the Reforged. There it is. So we need an Orichalcum, a flawless Dark Steel, and a flawless Battlehorn. We need 3 Orichalcum, 2 Dark Steels, and a Battlehorn. Okay. So, how do we get those, everybody? How do we get those? Okay, yeah, share it with me first. Just send me a DM. 2 more Oris.
Anything else?
All right, everybody. Back seat to your heart's content. Let's freaking go. I'll go to Isla. We'll start on that. And then we'll go from there. Do not prepare yourself for judgment. It's going to be great. You just share it with me. It's going to be so good.